Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and I kid you not, one of the archetypes we absolutely love to use on this channel since forever, you will see everything, is actually completely crushing some of the tournaments, going completely undefeated. And by the way, yes, we are dropping Valgavoth when our opponent has to, well, I guess that's how easy it is to win. Well, the last game ended so quickly, we won it so quickly, I actually couldn't even introduce the deck and all the cards. You are seeing a little bit more right now. And the Smuggler's Surprise, that is all-time favorite of ours, is actually seeing more and more like tournament play. It's kind of crazy when I think about it. So now our opponent is the one with Llanowar Elves, but we are not scooping. We will win this game. And we have either Kona to cheat stuff, or we can cheat stuff with Smuggler's Surprise, which makes cheating stuff way easier and way more fun for one of the players. And with this we can start ramping a little bit, so you know that we can already drop the big guys. But the wagon is so good because it also helps you just normally play the game. It also is a creature. It even ramps you multiple times, and it gives haste. Like this card just does it. We are playing against the same strategy that we are using. Oh boy, this is a little bit different strategy than we are playing. But I tell you, Smuggler's Surprise. It's having, I've never seen this card used ever, except us using it to cheat Tyrants, and now Smuggler's Surprise seems to be more popular. I love it, love it. So they are preparing for the big stuff, and we are also preparing for the big stuff. Don't forget, they are on the play with Llanowar Elves, so they get as good start as humanly possible for this type of strategy. That means we need to drop this. This is a station. We like stations. We play this guy. And this guy loves being tapped. I will go with the wagon, right? Because we get more damage. And also extra lands, which will help us to play the game. And we are not conceding just because we are on the draw against Llanowar Elf opening. We are fighting. And oh boy. Well, this is definite. Oh boy. Our big boys are here. Alright, so do you think they will try to kill us on the next turn somehow? I think we could tap again. I'll take. I don't think we need the station. Honestly, with all of those cards, we probably can keep dropping the big stuff until game ends. 5 damage. Sure. You got it. The damage has already been done. But this is a great answer. Generally, those type of decks have huge troubles answering big stuff. So that was a good removal. And yeah, they might be in some real trouble right now. Well, that's how you play Magic. They have 3 mana, don't forget. So we could go Smuggler's Surprise. Put what? 2 creatures into the board and then tap. This is ridiculous. And we have mana for protection, which is amazing. I kinda missed the land, so I thought that we cannot do it. This is incredible. And I think we'll win this one as well. This is so good. How about we play every single of those creatures? Does it sound fair? Well, definitely not for our opponent. Yep, 29, let's go. Now we use this, Kona gets tapped. Now we combine both Kona and Smuggler's Surprise, because why wouldn't we? First, let's swing. And that's lethal, by the way, because why wouldn't it be lethal already? Our opponent is doing some shenanigans as well, but somehow we are outracing them. Like, Kona is giving you this, like, quick burst on turn 4, so you can just set up for the rest of the stuff. Sure, I mean, more creatures seems to be fine. And now we can play this because Elves died, so we pay 1 life, we get extra creature. This seems absolutely fair to everyone in this game. I would definitely not rage quit if I was this guy. Unless they have combo that just kills us with random encounter, and there is a chance they have. Let's see what the play is. Is that like infinite? Well, that was a little bit weaker than what we are doing. I appreciate our opponent was a bro. Good old Bud, just to mess our gameplay. This is exactly what we needed to stop the momentum a little bit. Our opponent, like before recording, I checked the name and it was like Bombermander, and I'm like, this is so funny. All right, listen, everyone played Pokemon at some point. That's the law. I even got the cards. I actually played like those Pokemon like many decades ago, and I had those cards when they're like so fresh, and I didn't know that you can counterfeit them, and I actually was nearly buying like one of the rare ones. I think it was like Vulpazaur or whatever it was, and it was like, oh my god, this guy is selling so cheap, and my friend was like, bro, this card is fake. And I was like, oh, that's why the foil is so weird. I don't know how listen, I was a kid, all right? I didn't have too much, like, you know, like anything. So since then, I know the cards, you need to actually check them when they are trading. Man, we traded so much in like, first the Pokemon, but it was like a school thing, you know, after 2 weeks nobody played it except me, and I was like, please play with me, I like card games. And later it was Magic, and man, I traded so much, like, I should really pay attention to what, wow, this is a god. That's godly play. So, why do I have no cards in the end? I just realized that there was stuff happening in the background of this game. If I attack, can it block? Target can't attack or block. They don't have max speed. We have one turn to go for this play. Alright, back to the story. Man, we traded so much at the local store because, like, at this point, you have, like, your weekly, money or something, but if you want anything more, you just need to, try to get it somehow. And one of the ways I went with it was just, we traded tons of cards because I had friends that were also at the local store, and they taught me about all the prices. I knew price of every single card that was in the format, every single one of them. And if someone, if there was new card with new price or something was banned, everyone was like, all right, what's the new price? And you just try to collect all those new cards. And I made like 2 different, like pretty meta decks out of, stuff that I traded. So that was a really fun time. One of the cool things about Magic, I spend my whole days at this store. Like, I kid you not. I should, so this can already block. That's probably something we should consider. Right, so we chill with Kona. While I was talking about really important stuff, our opponent is just hitting my face every turn. So the play is to find Smuggler's Surprise or the Tyrant or Valgavoth, because of course we can cheat it. Can you like stop, bro? Please. I need my cards to, play the game. Please stop. Is that our finish? The guy. Oh man, this is such insane last draw. This is basically probably like 5 free cards. So we need to draw something that is better than this. But you know what? There is a chance, because with this we could go for Esper. What are you? You know what? Let's just go Demon. It will be Elder. Okay, so we go for this guy first. Like, we need to make some serious play. Honestly, if not this Dark Confidant, I think we are winning right now. But against Confidant, I think it might be a huge problem. Because they will just get 3 cards every turn. We need this. This is exactly what I wanted. But they will get so many new cards. So normally they would be out of gas, and all we need is to beat this. But with Confidant, well, that will be a problem. We can start attacking though, and it seems to be a really decent idea. Because this way we can pressure them. It's not like they don't need to answer it. And this is indestructible, but still, it doesn't have vigilance. And we also make our dose better, and this power is bigger. So I think this is the best play. This also forces a block probably. Cecil, incredibly perfect draw. It's 1 mana, so it doesn't cost them anything. It can flip, and it trades against anything because of the Death Touch. So really good draw that doesn't cost them a lot of life. Probably the Bat is the only more devastating one, because of course we absolutely rely on the Tyrant. So yeah, that was fun. Man, I played so many, like, decks in paper, and I went for tournaments. I even went for, like, you know, qualifications, and I was on the nationals. So that was a fun time, honestly. Let's go for... Well, we should start with this, right? That's the play. Told you, if not this confident, this would be so easy. But now we need to actually work for it. And it might be a little bit rough. So, we need to defend, and we need to tank so much damage here. I really want to go over the... And this is what I was saying. Well, now Cecil blocks our 11 power creature. That sucks so much. And we still lose the blocker. So not sure how we want to play this. I need to have another Tyrant on the next turn. So I can block... And this requires double block. So we take this and this because we cannot block it. So it's 5 damage. We can take 3 more. And this flips as well, so we need to trade something against it. Man, this is such a pain. We need to be defensive on this turn, I believe. We still have one more turn with Esper before it flips. But I tell you, this was such painful card. Even the fact that they drew land, okay, it's nice, but that means they would normally top deck land and end the turn. Well, now they have extra card that is maybe not a land. So, you know, you need to work for it. Let's see the attackers. Let's go. You fought for a moment. What are the attackers? Honestly, I'll take it. This card is incredibly important. If they kill the Tyrant, the token, I'm not in a great spot, guys. But I think we have to go like this. I need to risk that they cannot kill the other side. We don't have Reachers, so we take the damage. We got card, we got life gain, and I need this Tyrant in the board. And I need also decent draws, so, you know, we need to get another creature like this. Revenant. Very strong. That's a really good draw. Oh boy, at least they did not kill the Tyrant, but this will be so hard to raise. And when it dies, of course, this will get lifelink. This will be indestructible, Death Toucher with flying and life gain. So this will be a problem at some point. But we're going strong, guys. We're going strong. We have... Do I want trample on... I kinda do. I'm not sure what I will do with it, but come on. Like, I want this trample on my wagon. Or wagon, sorry. So, yeah. Now we will make some interesting plays. First, Tyrant. We need you, bro. And we also get another one. Alright, this is huge. This is our big draw. We need to get something good. Alright, Valgavoth? Nice. Nice. We'll see if that's enough, but it's a nice start. And we have a land, so we deal more damage. So we swing, right? They don't have too much toughness. They can buffer 3, but we have 6 toughness, so it's not enough. They need to invest more. Maybe we just swing all. Okay, let's actually count. So they have 8 toughness. They're at 17. They're at 20. Basically. I think we have Leafar. Oh man, I think we have Leafar. Let's go. I hope I'm not wrong. I should really count, but it will take too long, and it will be fun if I mess up. So listen, just pure profit. Either you will laugh a lot, or we win the game. So it will be one of those two. Man, this trample is everything. I have to say, Esper is doing work, man. This card potentially just won us the game. I think I counted it right. Because they can buffer 8 damage, and then they can buffer 3 of life gain. So they're basically at 20. And we have 25 power, so they should be at -5, I believe. Man, we won another one, I guess. Right? I think we are winning. Unless I forgot about something. I think we have this. Yep, -5. S. Foretold. Opening strong with a Duress to the face, and we just lost Esper Origins, but that's fine because we are good at Magic, and you know what you need to do when you lose the card? You just need to draw it from the top, and that's how you win. Alright, we need to make some good decisions here. To be absolutely honest, I mean, I cannot say no to that. I'm sorry, I'm just literally incapable of saying no to this card. Is that a good play? I think we should probably just skip it and get Smuggler Surprise or Kona, because that's how you should correctly play this deck. But we're all about those Tyrants, guys. So, of course, this is a dead turn. Absolutely dead turn. We don't love to sit. And Preacher is on the battlefield. Super strong card, but you know what? Generally, we can beat those cards. Oh, that... Man, I always draw it on turn 4. It's like the low at some point. So, let's go with Dinosaur? Demon? Dinosaur. Demon. Because we have double green, so we can play those normally. And now the question, this will probably die and not really give us anything. This will ramp us. And then we can start attack. I think this is just better. So this was really awkward draw to draw it on turn 4, literally after we should be, you know, using it. And you can see that it's still the best play on turn 4, because this is mono black. They have removal. Like that's literally what the deck is doing. So if we knew that Esper survives, it would be just the better play. But, you know, vehicles are really good at dodging removal. Like, that's kind of what they do. And draw lands, and hit face, and look cool. Another Preacher. This one will be able to block the wagon. Right. We are not on even life, which is nice, because we life gained, which means that they do not get both of the effects, which is super nice. I guess we can play this first. Now they are tapped, and we can already start getting stuff. Do I want untapped land for the next turn? So this will be the 7th one. I think we go for it. I think this is good. We will get extra mana, but I think it's just fine. I guess we get... Maybe I shouldn't take it. I forgot that the wagon also gives us some of it. And I don't think we want to go for the altars. Let's just go for it. It's kind of important to get as much mana as possible. And also, you know, it's a problem. They don't want to really lose Preacher, but they also don't want to take 7 damage, because then they need to respect damage in the future. But I think this might be our loss. Because this is not going great, honestly. And they probably still have few tricks. I expect at least 2 or 3 removal spells. Potentially one of them won't hit the big stuff, so probably, like, you know, double shoot the sheriff or something along those lines. But let's see. And there's Tiny Bones, that is kinda tiny, but kinda terrifying at the same time. I completely forgot about it, but I'm happy to see that we have no permanents. So maybe we just go Verge, Tyrant, and try to just life gain through it. Like, even though they are getting so much card advantage from those Preachers and tokens and stuff like this, our Tyrant combo can do it. See, that's why we didn't play it. But on this turn it's good. It was basically their whole turn, and because we are at 20 still, they actually didn't draw cards, which is really nice. Now we are equal, so that's a little bit... that's not exactly what we want to see, but we'll try to live gain, so that does... Oh, this might be the best draw of the whole deck. This is incredibly good draw. Alright, let's go Tyrant. You know what has to happen. Do we... Oh, Kona. So next turn we can drop Valgavoth as well. Man, next turn will be something incredible. We just need to survive. Maybe we go for the wagon block. If we attack, we just get the token. It's not amazing. I think all we need to do is survive a moment. And we can start trading against those... Those Breachers are the only thing keeping our opponent in the game. Because they're doing basically like 1 creature or 1 card every turn. This is fine. This is slow. Everything that doesn't make immediate impact is completely fine for us. So they can make 2 tokens. Look how little cards they have after like 5 attacks with Preachers. That's why we play like this. You know, life gaming. Alright, let's go like this. We can kill the Tiny Bones to lower the damage. It doesn't matter really. I think this is good enough. They don't have enough mana to use anything from the graveyard. We're life gaining, we're getting more stuff. You can just paste 7 mana, because we are the deck that has this mana, and I don't think you play the same one. This is one of the outcomes of them not drawing cards with this Preacher. They have 5 tokens, but they won't matter very, very soon. We can kill something, but nothing important. Okay, guys, this is the turn when we need to do some crazy, crazy magic. And we will. So we go with Kona first. You know what? Maybe we go with Esper. To hope that maybe they have removal. This is nice. I don't think we need a land, to be honest. Do I want to really get this? This is such a good draw. We're wasting a permanent draw, but I think it's still worth it. Honestly. And I have to reveal it. You know what? Maybe let's draw. Maybe we get something. You know, the second card might be randomly a perfect. That's the good play. So now we can play a land, probably untapped. Yeah, let's go. I think Kona won't survive. I'll be honest. I think Kona is just dead. Is just dead. But I didn't check the priority, so maybe it's not like this. Let's tap. Let's swing. Oh, this could be such a nice play. I will tell you why in a second. Because... And this deck is so fun to play. If they block with Cecil, we can get them to 0 damage, which means that this doesn't die. Because there's no combat damage. I'll be honest, I think it's worth it. Here you go. That's some ruling knowledge for you. If the Death Toucher deals 0 damage, it's not really a Death Toucher. It's a winner. I don't know. I wanted to make a cool joke, but that's all I got. So now we have Valgavoth in the board, and even though they have tons of tokens, if they want to kill it, that's most of their mana, because they are not a ramp deck, and I mean, we have a little bit more, and they actually don't have too many plays anyway. They're so low to the ground, it seems. Like, most of the cards seems to be 1 and 2 drops. Slasher is like the biggest play they have. And this is what I told you, Preachers are a pain. But this deck can go so hard above Preacher that if you can survive few turns, you don't even care. And I think this is where they are losing the game super hard. So of course, let's start with good old Tyrant. Just to show that we'll never stop, never surrender. We play this one because it will give us so much mana on the next turn. Of course, we go for Kona so we can get more stuff for free. And we can start already attacking. But next turn, this is a token. Next turn we get Trample on everything. Oh man, Trample seems really nice. And we have Long Goodbye. Okay, so we go Valgavoth, that's for sure. And honestly, I don't think we need to do anything more. And Kona tap is still worth it. Yeah, let's just go with this. This is how you win the game. Now we get free stuff. I could even get Valgavoth if I cared. But I think we just get this. This way you basically get a blocker, you get 6 more life, and Slasher is really good at dealing a ton of damage, so we need to be still careful a little bit. And I believe we can play this? No, we won't have enough mana. We can do it later. Alright. There were some tough decisions on this turn, but I think we did it correctly. So our opponent is dead in air to Valgavoth on the next turn. Slasher cannot go through, so our 49 life, when we were really low in this game, should be very, very safe. So our opponent first needs to kill this, which will take 3 tokens, and then they need to solve the rest of the board, and this will have Trample, and we can pump it with more lands even. So they don't have enough lifelinkers. They don't have anything that hits hard, you know? Can you please pay the word first? And then we'll decide what happens. When Valgavoth word is so obnoxious to deal with, I know the pain because I targeted this creature so many times and it's like always feels bad moment, you know? I don't think they... Well, we can just kill it. But they won't attack. I think we can chill. Every attacker is not a blocker. Wise words to live by. So if our opponent attacks with anything, we probably ignore it. And then I guess the Preacher can create a 1/1 lifelinker, so it's not bad, I guess. But instead of 4 toughness against our Trample, they will only have 1 toughness, so it's still 3 extra damage, so it's kind of the same, I think. We could just tank it. Or we can trade. I think we just kill them. Alright, I will go risky. I want to see if we can just raise them. And I want to keep this long goodbye down to 23, by the way. That's how you know we are practically dead. Only 23 life total. And now, when this goes on stack, you activate with this. Because this will die, it's the last chapter. So now we basically got a free creature. And this one has trample. And yeah, we should probably swing. I can tap with this, but yeah, let's just go with it. And that should be way more damage. So I could play the wagons just to get 2 extra damage, but I don't think we need to. And as you can see, that's a little bit of an overkill. Our opponent was nice enough to show us the cool number. And yeah, alright guys, will this be a loss or a win? I mean, this is a really nice opening. We have turn 1 elves into turn 2 wagon, which gets rid of the biggest problem of this hand, which is only having 2 lands. So I'll tell you right now, if this elf survives, we will be in incredible position. If this elf dies, I think we lose the game. So let's not into 1 mana removal. Oh my god. You cannot imagine how good it feels to see this land. Well, now we are hitting them really hard. Okay, maybe not yet, but we will, I promise. And let's go for the black mana, because we might be playing this guy very, very soon. We still aren't fully done, but the fact that we got this into the board is kind of huge. We just want to crew it somehow, so we can continue. They want those 2 cards, and they can only choose 1. So that's a bit of a problem there. Alright. However, if they get rid of the Tyrant, and we won't hit anything that crews the wagons, we might still be in a problem. So the game is not over. That was like the first stage against the bloodthirsty bats, and those bats caused so much suffering in the format. Like, I think when this rotates, a lot of players will just be really happy about it. Siren. I wonder if that's like Kaito version, because usually Kaito they actually will take the Tyrant. So we will be forced to rely on the top decks. Alright, our opponent is stealing a little bit of a show, and yeah, so on this turn we would just play Tyrant, crew it, and start attacking with wagons, and game would be over. But this second bat, just to mention, it's the second bat in 9 cards of their whole deck. Oh, I'm not salty. So we don't really care, honestly. Like, whether we attack or not, it's kind of the same. Is it the same? I should not have attacked. But, so, okay, so basically, I think we'll draw one of the Esper Origins, and it's exactly 6 mana, and we can crew the wagon, and once we do it once, is that Kaito? Oh no, they didn't want it? Okay, maybe they don't. So I was considering that they probably have it. Okay. Do I like my Valgavoths? I really do. It can be removal too. Okay, this will be tricky because this deck runs counter spells. So I think we have to play this when they tap. The problem is that they will swing and then decide. But I need them to tap mana. Oh man, this would be problem. So if I play this now, they just counter it. But if I do nothing, they can try to kill us with those bats. They will tap mana at some point, right? All we need to do is just get Valgavoth into the board somehow. Man, oh man, I need to play it, but how? I will wait one more turn. This... If I knew this is the draw, I would absolutely go for this play. But we couldn't. Let's go. I think they are waiting with a counter spell. Oh boy, those are incredible cards. We can draw only one of them because we'll shuffle the other one. Bahamut seems so good. I will go for Bahamut, man. I just cannot resist. They might counter this, but that means we get Smuggler surprise on the next turn, hopefully. I think they are just lurking with those dirty counter spells. I would never, if I was a Dimir player, I would never counter a spell. It's such an unfun strategy, you know? Like preventing your opponent from having so much fun. I would never do such a thing. And this is such a weird situation. I need them to tap. I think they are not playing anything, so this hand is probably only removal and counter spells, and I'm not sure how many of each they have. Usually they have at least one counter spell, and most likely the second. They are keeping 2 mana at every time. This is such a strong play. And I have 6 mana, which means I cannot Valgavoth on the next turn. Man, I will have to go for this play. And if they have a counter spell, I'm done. I have to go for it. And I don't even have mana for this one. So I cannot even... but protecting is not the most important. Guys, I think they have a counter spell. I have to make this play. I have no other choice. I went through... See, this is why we went through the first one. Because then this might drop. Well, I think this is a bit of a mic drop, you know? So we can block this guy. Esper Origins. Yeah, we would kill this guy, get the Tyrant back, and they're done. Man, the patience paid out. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing Tyrant in absolute undefeated deck in tournaments as much as I did, and it seems that Kona, together with Smuggler's Surprise, is like the go-to way to cheat all the value, especially that the Worldwagon is ramp spell as well as attacker that pairs perfectly with this, and Esper Origins is also a ramp spell that also life gains, you know, gives you cards, like it does a little bit of everything, and with elves you have both ramp, cheating, and cheating, because you cheat in 8 different ways in this deck. So I really like this one. I even like this edition, which is super weird. We didn't showcase. Basically, this is like Esper Origins Chapter 3 that gives trample to everything. It doesn't get the pump, but it's like the surprise, yeah, Smuggler surprise, that you drop it and then you swing and your opponent is dead. Especially with the wagons, they usually have like 10 to 15 power at this stage of the game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I had a blast with this one. Oh, I didn't show you the stats. I think we went 6 and 3. You see stats on the screen. However, this deck, in my experience, is an absolute hit or miss. Either you have good curve, good cards that just go completely over the top and your opponent literally scoops on turn like 3 or something because they cannot kill Valgavoth or they cannot outvalue the Tyrant, or you just don't hit the right pieces and you get run over. I think most of our losses were to mono green landfall, and they were just turn 1 elves, turn 2 like Hydra or Tifa, turn 3 kill, and I didn't hit removal. We also are using Long Goodbye. This is a best of 3 deck, so I assume that VV decks have counter spells in the sideboard, so this kills VV through the counter spells. That's my guess. Maybe for best of 1, I personally would change them to Shoot the Sheriff probably, and yeah. Other than this, I like the deck. It's pretty fun. I'm not sure about the Familiar. I usually don't play this card anymore, and it cannot be put into Battlefield with Origins on the side that matters. But it's a ramp spell as well, so you know, you can keep it. I personally would probably remove it and put the 4 Valgavoth or something, because we are just like this. That's my experience with the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to all the patrons that were amazing enough to help the channel so we can grow and we can make more cool decks for you guys every single day. So really thank you guys. I hope you had a blast. And what more to say? Tyrants, Valgavoth, Smuggler surprises. What a time to be alive in Magic. So I hope you had fun and see you guys tomorrow.